The TOEFL stands for the Test of English as a Foreign Language, and it's composed of 4 parts that will take you 2 hours to complete. The reading, listening, speaking, and writing sections, which I'm going to walk you through in detail. The highest possible score in each section is 30, and so you're going to get a total score out of 120. Just a little feedback. Most undergraduate schools require an 80 plus, and most graduate schools, MBA programs, law, dentistry, require 100 plus. So this gives you a sense of what's a good score depending on what you're using the TOEFL for. My name is Joseph, and I've been helping students defeat their TOEFL since 2008. This is a score report back in 2008, where you say I scored a perfect 30 on every section when the exam was quite different, all the way to now, where I've been taking the TOEFL every year, so you can imagine how many I've taken. So you see up to the recent TOEFL scoring perfects on every section. So I do this so that you can feel confident that what you're learning here works. It is expert advice, not only from my success on the TOEFL, but from helping tens of thousands of other students. Your first section is your reading section. This is going to begin with instructions, giving you an overview of what to expect. That'll last about 1 to 2 minutes. And then right after you finish the instructions, your reading section immediately begins. You're going to see a timer counting down from 36 minutes on the upper right corner, and that's how much time you have to complete 2 readings with 10 questions each. So let me walk you through so you're comfortable, confident, and are able to be prepared to succeed. So the first reading is going to appear immediately with the timer, right? And it's going to start with a title of about 2 to 3 words. Make sure to read it because you're going to get a 700-word article about that title. So reading that title carefully will warm you up, help build your comprehension for what you're going to read. Now that 700-word article is going to be divided into 3 to 7 paragraphs. So 3 to 7 steps in the story of the title. So you're taking your deep breath, you're reading the article, and as you're doing that, you're answering 10 questions, one after the other. That's testing your comprehension of the reading. So as you're reading, you're also answering the questions, checking the timer, not letting yourself stress out too much, and being careful not to let a tough question eat up too much of your time. So that way you can leave the first reading complete with 18 minutes left on the timer. Once you finish the 10 questions, the second reading will immediately appear. Same structure. Title with 700-word article about that title, divided into 3 to 7 paragraphs, 10 new questions. Couple things to keep in mind. If the timer runs out, it's going to immediately go into the listening section. Don't stress. Anything you selected as an answer choice is going to be saved and scored. But any question you leave blank will be basically incorrect, so it'll be hurting you. So make sure that you do answer each question before time runs out. Feel comfortable guessing, you can still guess accurately. And if you have like 1 or 2 minutes left, you can review. So with 2 minutes left, you'll be able to navigate to review any question in either reading. Your score will be determined by how many questions you got correct. So that number will be turned into a percentage and then will be converted into your total score out of 30. Your listening section also begins with instructions. So again, 1 to 2 minutes to tell you what to expect. And once the instructions are complete, you begin your listening section. So this is a little bit more complex, so feel comfortable following me as I break this down. You're going to immediately start with a conversation to listen to. It's going to be between a student and a campus employee or a professor, where the student is trying to resolve a problem, solve something. And this will be about 3 minutes long. You're going to be able to take your notes on your scratch paper if you're in the test center, or with your whiteboard if you're at home. And the important thing is, if there's a tough word or a strange concept they're describing, make sure to look at the screen, because they'll have pictures of the words or the processes that are tough appearing there to help you. So one more time, as you're taking notes, you're hearing something a little strange or confusing, double check if there's not a picture on the screen to help you understand it. Now, once you finish the conversation, you're going to get 5 questions. You're going to answer them one after the other. Unlike the reading, you can't go back to review. So once you select your answer, it's done. Once you finish the 5 questions, then you're going to get the next listening, which is going to be a lecture. That's going to be a professor speaking to explain an academic topic as if they were in front of a classroom. And you either get a professor speaking nonstop, or with a few interruptions from a student asking a question. So it's trying to match that university experience. That'll last about 4 to 6 minutes, and then you're taking your notes. Anything confusing, you're checking the screen, right? Keywords that are strange or processes that are confusing, take a look because it can help you. And then once that's finished, you have 6 questions to answer. Now, here's the special thing that's a little tricky. For those 2 listenings, that's considered the first set. That's the conversation and the lecture, right? The TOEFL is going to give you 6 minutes and 30 seconds to answer all those questions. 5 for the conversation, 6 for the lecture, a total of 11. So what does that mean? That means if you let one question eat up your time, you can actually run out of time before you answer the other questions. So again, time management is really important. Try to leave yourself with at least 3 minutes and 30 seconds for the questions on the lecture. So that way you manage your time, you feel comfortable. So once you finish those questions on the lecture, you're then going to get another conversation. Same style, you have 5 questions on it. You finish those 5, you get another lecture. So this will be your 4th listening. Again, same style, you have 6 questions, and then you get another lecture with another 6 questions. Now, these last 3 listenings are your second set because the TOEFL for those 17 questions gives you a total of 10 minutes to answer. So ideally, I would say you're finishing the conversation with 7 minutes left, and then you're finishing the next lecture with about 3.5 minutes left, so that you're giving an even amount of time for each question. Sometimes the timer can be stressful, but check it to make sure that you're monitoring yourself because you want to guess the best you can for any tough questions. Don't let them eat your time. Your score for the listening will be determined just like for the reading. You can see that you have a total of 28 questions on the listening. So again, how many you got correct will be converted into a percentage, and then that'll be converted into your score out of 30. Next is your speaking section. So at this point, you're halfway through the TOEFL. You've already done over an hour of powerful brain work. It's normal to be a little bit tired. Make sure that as the instructions for the speaking come up, which are 1 to 2 minutes telling you what to expect, you're breathing deep. You're recentering yourself and you're forgetting about how you performed on the reading and listening. I've helped a lot of students, and a lot of them sometimes at this point are worried. I didn't even do well in the reading or listening. What does it matter? I should get up and leave, cancel the test. Stay with it. You don't know, you might be underconfident. And even if you didn't do well, it makes sense to give your full power for the rest of the exam, because at least it'll be better preparation in case you do have to take the TOEFL again. But don't expect that. Just think to yourself, the past sections are gone. I did well or not on them. It's over. It's time for me to give my full power to the speaking. In the first question, you're going to see on the screen, and it's going to be read out loud to you, asking for your opinion about a somewhat academic, personal topic. So do you like reading fiction or nonfiction books? Do you think students in school should get homework every day? Do you think healthcare should be free for everyone? So you're going to get one question, and you're going to have 15 seconds to prepare your answer. So after the question is read out loud to you, you're going to see a timer count down from 15. So you, with your scratch paper, can write your answer, your reasons, what you want to say. After the 15 seconds, you're going to hear a beep, which is going to automatically start recording you. So you explain your opinion, your reasons behind it, and then at the end of the 45 seconds, you hear another beep. Your answer will be automatically saved, and you'll move on to question 2. Question 2 begins with a reading, about 100 words. That's either a letter or a campus announcement talking about some change that is happening at a university. Maybe they're going to decrease the library hours, or they're going to build a new art building. Something's happening on campus, and that reading is telling you what's going on. So you're reading and taking notes on this, and you have about 50 or 45 seconds. It depends. They change it a little bit according to the reading. So you'll see a timer counting down. Once that timer finishes, the reading is gone. You don't get to see it again, and you immediately hear a conversation between 2 students. It'll be a male and female voice. So one of these students is going to give an opinion about that change. They either like it or don't like it and explain why. So you're listening and taking notes. This conversation will be about 1 minute. And once it's finished, you're going to get a question on the screen. It's always going to be the same idea. What was the student's opinion about the change, and why did he or she have that opinion? So after that question, you have 30 seconds to prepare. So 30 seconds, the timer's counting down, you're reviewing your notes, you're organizing it. Then you have 60 seconds to speak. So you hear a beep, time to start speaking, explaining what was the change happening, what did the student think and why. Then another beep, the 60 seconds are over, and you move to question 3. Question 3 also starts with about 100-word reading, but this one isn't about a change on campus, it's just an academic topic. So you're going to learn about something related to plants or biology or animal behavior or business. So it'll begin with a title. Consider that like a new idea that you're learning about. And then a 100-word paragraph that describes it. Some kind of idea of what happens when this process occurs or what are the steps within it. So you're reading and taking notes. Then again, you have 50 to 45 seconds to do this, right? So when the reading appears, you see the timer, it's counting down, you're reading, taking notes, staying calm. Once that time finishes, you don't get to see that reading again. And then you hear a professor give a lecture. That lecture is going to be an example that illustrates what you just read about. And then when that finishes, you get a question, which is, how does the example given by the professor illustrate the concept you read about in the reading? You're going to have 30 seconds counting down to prepare. Breathe, be confident, review your notes. Then you're going to hear a beep. 60 seconds to deliver your answer explaining what did you learn about in the reading, and then what did you hear in the example from the professor, and how does that example illustrate the idea you learned in the reading. Good news, no reading in question 4. It's just about a 2-minute lecture from a professor describing a topic over 2 minutes, teaching you something. So you're listening, taking notes, and then at the end of the 2 minutes, you get a question. And it essentially is, what did the professor teach you? What examples did he or she use to teach it? So you're restating what you heard, you're re-explaining it, and you have 20 seconds to prepare. So 20 seconds to review your notes, understand what you heard, and then beep, 60 seconds to deliver your answer. Once that final beep happens, 60 seconds is over, you've completed the speaking section. So all of those recordings are going to be evaluated by a computer to evaluate your pronunciation, your overall speaking delivery, and a human rater. And they're going to average those scores overall, so you're going to be scaled at a 30. So just give each question your full power. If you don't do well on one, don't worry. If you do well on the others, it can help you. The last section, you're almost done, the writing. So you have 2 questions on the writing. And the first one begins with an article to read. It's going to have a title and 4 paragraphs. The idea is that you're going to read an opinion from the author, and then 3 paragraphs of support on that opinion. So you have 3 minutes to read that article from top to bottom. It'll be about 280 words, so it's manageable in 3 minutes. And you take notes. Okay, what's the author's point, and what are the points of support? Then after those 3 minutes count down and are gone, you hear a lecture. It'll be from a professor. It'll be about 2 minutes long, responding to that article, essentially saying why it's wrong, why it's not accurate, what it's missing. So you're listening and taking notes. The lecture will be in the same order as what you heard in the reading. Now, after that 2-minute lecture, something special happens. You're going to have 20 minutes to write an essay explaining how the professor responded to the reading. And so in those 20 minutes, the good news is you do get to see the reading as a reference. The full reading will be there for the whole 20 minutes. Now, as those 20 minutes count down, you do get to see your word count. And your word count ideally for question number 1 should be about 150, depending on your level, to about 275 words. I wouldn't go too much more than that, or you might start to be, penalized for too much word count. The 20 minutes are done. Don't worry, it's going to save your essay and it'll be scored. So no need to stress out about that. Question number 2, when it appears, will start with a timer on the upper right corner counting down from 10 minutes. And what you're going to see on a screen is something like a message board. So it's going to begin by saying that you're going to attend a class, a business class or an education class, and your professor has asked you to think about and submit your response to a general academic question. Very similar to TOEFL speaking question 1. So it'll be, do you think teachers should give homework for students every day? Do you think the government should invest more in business or in the environment. After the professor's paragraph asking you the question, you're going to see two student responses. Generally, you can think one student is going to respond to one side of the question. Maybe, I think businesses should focus more on profit. And the other student on the other side. So something like, I think businesses should care more about sustainability. My basic breakdown for you is 2 minutes to read everything, brainstorm, form your opinion and idea, and then 8 minutes to type it out. Ideally, you want to have at least 100 words, up to 175 words. So once those 10 minutes are finished, again, even if you don't click next, whatever you've written will be automatically saved. At that point, you're going to have both essays similar to the speaking, scored by both a computer rater, an algorithm AI, an e-rater, and a human rater. Each essay will be rated, and then that rating will be converted into a score out of 30. And once you complete this, you finish the TOEFL. And that completes our walkthrough of the TOEFL. Hope you found it helpful. Make sure to review anything that was a little bit unclear, that you kind of forgotten. It's a complex exam with a lot of parts. You want to be prepared for every minute of it to make sure you do well. And now I want to invite you, if you want help with any section, determining your score, leveling up your ability, we have all the training and practice for you to succeed. Just click on the link in the description or pinned in the comments. You'll land on our site where we have a lot of free material and explain everything it takes for you to succeed and how we can work together to defeat your TOEFL.